Today, we bring you a collection of heartwarming acts of kindness from people around the world. These selfless gestures will show you the power of humanity and inspire you to spread love and compassion wherever you go. Get ready to be moved and to see how small acts of kindness can make a big impact in someone's life. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this beautiful journey of kindness. Want to spread more kindness in the world? Hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and leave a comment about an act of kindness you have witnessed or performed. Don't forget to subscribe. Every police officer has the responsibility of saving lives, but today's officers also have the equally vital task of making these children's days unforgettable. I'm sure everyone dreamed of this as a youngster. Rescuers had to perform the impossibly difficult task of reviving this puppy since he was the sole living thing discovered after a fire. Bill Connor made the decision to travel 3,220 kilometers as part of a healing trip in memory of his drowning daughter. But his ultimate objective was to hear her donated heartbeat within another person. This man will never be able to lead a normal life due to his condition. But blogger Andy Popescu was able to fulfill one of his dreams of driving a Lamborghini.
Te rog să nu te sperii de mine, eu mă bucur ca și un copil. Deci, eu așa mă manifest și foarte tare, râd foarte mult, pentru că mă bucură. Așa e felul meu de a fi.
A tired athlete loses control of his body just a few steps from the finish line, which all but one of his competitors rapidly exploits. The visit from Neymar himself was the greatest thing to ever happen to this seriously ill boy. He asked his idol for just one thing to do his dance when he scores his next goal.
Pode fazer essa dancinha?
Qual? Fazer essa aí.
And Neymar did it. He has no time to play because he must wash cars all day to help pay for food. But this passenger allows him to experience some of the joy of youth in exchange for his labor. Gamer Dr. Lupo received a $1 million check from Twitch as a donation from streamers. He received $1 million extra when he was in the middle of a 24-hour charity stream. He donated all that money to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. The incurable illness practically caused Tony Gibson to forget everyone and everything, including his own wife. However, the love with which she sings his favorite song prompts Tony to briefly remember. Illness can be anything but true love.
But now I'm found was mine.
Every game is special for this fan since he gets to assist his deaf and blind friend in experiencing the game like everyone else. This young girl struggles to lead a normal life due to her illness, but her classmates are doing everything they can to make sure she feels included in playtime. If these kids represent the future, we believe everything will be fine. A street sweeper saw the automobile owners struggle every day with the winter conditions. So on this particularly snowy morning, he wanted to brighten their day. This worker is paid to work the cash register, But when he sees a hungry customer in need, he immediately leaves his job. You get a get-out-of-jail-free card when a police officer sees this young child driving a toy car and decides to play along with him in the cutest way possible by being extremely good and listening to his parents. Okay. Humanity has a chance as long as there are still individuals willing to let stray dogs drink directly from their fingers. How callous would someone have to be to dump a package of newborn kittens into a pond where they would drown? And why are there rescuers waiting around? For starters, this random bystander is undoubtedly braver than all of them. A helicopter pilot or model plane lodged in a tree, and since it brought back memories of his own youth, he resolved to get it back to its owner at all costs.
Yes, sir.
Until a bus driver offered it a fighting chance. A poor puppy stuck between a busy road and a concrete wall could only keep moving ahead and hope for the best. This stray dog only needed some affection, so that's how he found a caring owner. Do you see that good deeds have a reciprocal effect? This worker would have spent the whole day sweeping up leaves with a broom if a helicopter pilot hadn't arrived and completed the task in a matter of seconds. If this trailer falls over, the driver will lose his job, so he holds onto it for dear life, not knowing what to do until a bunch of other people comes to the rescue. Little Gracie was so afraid of people that she couldn't even eat. But then a veterinarian decided to eat in a cage with her until he'd won her trust, and now she's going to be just fine. Look at what 100 people are capable of when they work together. This car was at the bottom of an 80-meter ravine. Woman was trapped in her own car, and she most likely wouldn't have gotten out if not for all these people who were prepared to risk their own lives for a stranger. This guy has plenty of muscles, but the one that really counts is his kind heart. When a basketball player decided to give his t-shirt to a young man, he had no idea how much it would mean to the sick boy. A homeless man named Daniel didn't hesitate to give the last of his money to a stranger who didn't have enough for bread. It turned out to be a well-known blogger named Mai, who immediately rewarded the man for his kindness.
That is yours. I'm serious.
I'm sure this was the big break he had been waiting for in his life. Imagine what would be left of this boat. Onlookers had waited for the fire department to arrive. Fortunately, this resourceful boat driver was there to put it out in just a couple of seconds. While this officer was keeping everyone on the road safe in the pouring rain, the stranger decided to take care of him. Now watch as this homeless man takes care of the only important being in his life. I shudder to think what would have happened to the driver of this car if a stranger hadn't rushed to their aid at the very last second and pushed them out of the water with their bare hands. This stray cat decided to have a rest right in the middle of a bike path, and only one man cared about safety. This woman nearly had to swim across a flooded road. Thankfully, a gentleman with a tractor was there to help. My mom couldn't stop her little baby from throwing a tantrum, so the whole restaurant decided to play along with the baby to console him. Apparently, it's his favorite game now. An elderly man lost 77 years worth of possessions in a single bombing, but the rescuers didn't stop clearing the rubble until they found his most priceless item. Look at the welcome home procession that her friends organized in her honor. Coco's, who is only 15 years old, has already distinguished herself as a hero by putting an end to her sarcoma after numerous rounds of treatment. This elderly man uses the last of his strengths to bring water to someone who can never repay him. A passenger car became stuck in the middle of a flooded street, but a truck driver with a hugely compassionate heart helped the situation. And just so you know, when a child needs them, police officers may also transform into wizards. That's how warm their hearts are. Instead of pocketing the $1,500 he found, this young man who reminds us all what it means to be a person. You always have the choice to do the right thing. And there you have it, a glimpse into the kindness that exists in our world. These stories are a reminder that even the smallest act of kindness can make a big impact on someone's life. So let's take inspiration from these acts and pay it forward in our own communities. Remember, it's the little things that make a big difference. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring content.